Thank you for trusting me to read for you. We're going to be reading from your past loved one. I felt a grandmother, grandma energy, because you said grandparent. I feel like this is a relationship that you really got along well with. I feel that you have been trying to connect with your grandma, and this is something that you've been looking for different ways to do it. So I'm gonna tell you some things and then we're gonna pull some cards. First of all, I feel that finding out where your grandma was from and listening to music and eating food from that area, there may have even been something that your grandma made that was like a family dish or something that the family all knows about. That may be something that you're also going to want to look into. But this is the sign you're looking for. Miss you. Yes, I miss you too. Um, excuse me. So when I say that's the sign I feel that you are looking for, what I mean by this is I feel that you and your you're almost like looking for a physical sense of your grandma. So what I mean by that is I feel that your grandma was the one who kind of made contact with you. So like your grandma was the one who maybe called you first. Your grandma was the one who would be like, "Oh, miss you too, love you too." Like I feel like your grandma, you really had an excellent connection with your grandma. Um but you're looking for that same type of feeling that you had when your grandma was like a physical person, and it is a little bit different. So that leads us into the second part, which is what is the sign that you're missing? Like, how does your grandma actually connect? Like what should you be looking for that will make you or help you feel this energy in the physical sense? Oh, best friend, you were my best friend. I feel that there are a lot of things that your grandma, your connection with your grandma taught you. Excuse me. It's really interesting. I don't know if your grandma liked those orange, they weren't orange, they were butterscotch. I just got this mental picture of butterscotch. So like those yellow wrappers. So that might even be like an actual sign. If someone offers you, you may even see someone having someone offer you the same type of candy. Because the only reason I'm associating that is because that's what my grandma used to give me was those little well, she used to give me pink candies, but when I thought of that, I was like, wait, that is what something that is associated for you. So I do feel that you are missing that your grandma really had the same type of connection where it was like you're greatly missed. I feel like pulling one more card, so we're gonna pull one more card. What else would you like to kind of talk about? Oh, there you go. Pride, I am so proud of you. I feel like some of the choices that you've made, some of the things that you've wanted to do in life are a little bit different than what your grandma would like. If your grandma was alive and here and only saw through your grandma's perspective, would say, "Oh, let's do something a little different." But now can see like the overview rather than just one perspective and is really like, "Hey, I am proud of you. The things that you've done, the choices that you've made." Like, I really do feel a lot of that pride coming in from your grandma. I feel that that is something that there's nothing that you're doing. This feels like a channeled message because I wouldn't say this, but I heard this in my head. There's nothing that you are doing. I mean, I feel the same sentiment, but there's nothing that you are doing that I am ashamed of. There's nothing that you are doing that I would want you to do differently or change. I think you're absolutely perfect the way you are. I feel like your grandma gave a lot of reassurances and would give you those same reassurances in the same way. Like, I don't feel that anything you've done, like, when I think of like my best friends and that kind of like best friend energy and being proud of someone, I feel that your grandma is also around a lot and is seeing the things that you're doing and the choices that you're making as far as like, I'm gonna start this endeavor or I'm gonna do this thing. And that is really something that she is proud of. So never question that your grandma is around and is proud of you. Right. So we're going to go into the second set here. So this deck, we actually have two readings that we're doing at once. So I'm just going to kind of give these a shuffle while we shift the energy. You can even pause in between. They're different topics. So, but I'm also putting this on the video so we can kind of clear that. Right. And then this next reading is about your future lover. So that's why I'm kind of giving us a little space in between readings. Also, though, I could not find that little card. So I wrote out, I had to write out the questions, but that's okay, right? We're flexible. Okay, so we're actually going to do something kind of interesting, something kind of different. You know, I love doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this one because this is say. What will they say? Actually, you know what? We'll do like this. What will they say? What will they feel? What will they want? What will they know? Okay. I like to go, on the fly. All right. So we're doing your second reading and putting them all in the same video, but this one will also be a 5-minute reading. So I'm waiting to get it on a I'm waiting so I can make sure I don't get it messed up and give you a reading that's too short. But also, take a deep breath. Here we go. So, what will your lover say is showing as you make love songs make sense. I do feel a lot of music in your reading. I feel that your guides really use music to bring messages to you. I feel that that is something that your future lover will bring to you. They're going to be like, I always thought love songs were sappy, but they kind of make sense since I met you. I feel like you're really going to hear that. So, this is something where you are going to have and hear your future lover say that love songs make sense to them now because you are a part of their life. I feel that very strongly. You may even meet this person at a concert, or you may meet them like talking about music, something that has to do with music. When they meet you, this is what they will feel. This even could be someone that you've already met. I feel a little bit of a vibe of that as well. I know the reading is about future lover, but when I was putting everything together, I was kind of like, but you know what? I also feel like this could be somebody who you know or have met, but you haven't had this type of relationship with them. And they will feel romantic gestures. Do something unexpected for your partner. Yeah, I do. I feel like this would be unexpected because I don't feel that that's where the relationship is right now. I feel like in sometimes you've kind of like you go back and forth with this person. You like them, you give up on it. You like them, you give up on it. So what they want when it like think of this person who you are like, okay, right. This is my future person. This is what I want with them. They say, I'm too selfish for a healthy relationship. So I feel like there's somebody who you specifically want in your relationship. You want them to do these things, but that's not where they are right now. So you're thinking, I feel this is not a stranger that you're thinking about. So they don't really know what they want because, okay, as human beings, we create our life as we make choices. So let me get a marker here. Show you, draw what we need. So, okay, this is going to be you. This is the person, okay? Up here is not a wedding ring. And your life is just what's the path to this, okay? And maybe our paths will cross and we'll get that, right? Okay. The path that you really want to look at is a little bit different. What this is going to look like is this is like fairy tale Hollywood relationships. This is how that works. This is where a lot of people get their hearts hurt, basically. So what you're really going to want to pay attention to the idea that the future only exists about 3 days out. You can change things. So, like, what's also happening when you think of this person is you think, well, it'll take years for this to work. Take years for this to change. But you have not accepted that the person as they are right now on day zero, not day one, is too selfish. Now, this might be where they end up in the future. Maybe. Who knows? This could be them. This could be you. But you are trying to, you want this a lot, and you want this a lot. And so, because this is where they are right now, you want to say, no, you're not accepting anything. You're daydreaming. Okay. So, what will they know in the future? Let's see what they will know when it comes to romance. They will know that there's a connection. I do feel that the two of you have a connection, but you're trying to force the connection. And what I mean by that is you're trying to force a person who is too selfish. And this you can confirm this by they're not making plans with you first. They're not buying you presents. They're not buying you dinner. They're not rubbing your feet. They're not mowing your lawn. They're not doing any of the things that you would want that are those romantic gestures. They are too selfish for this. This is why you're not getting what you want. You're in a battle. And then you get even more mad at them. If you accept them what you are, you're not going to ask them to do things for you. You're either going to find a way to do it for yourself or you're going to find somebody who will do those things for you. I feel that this person gives you a lot of like this, like, oh, you make love songs make sense. You are so beautiful to me. Like they're very, they romanticize things. Oh, so they're romanticizing things, but they're not doing the actual gestures. They're not doing the actual connecting. They are doing the platitudes. Okay, so I know that was a little bit long, but your guides just really have those messages for you. Thank you so much for trusting me to read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.